Okay, so I think we can start. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us in today's session on the Scale Up project. We're very happy to have you here, and we're very happy to be here in Bio360. For most of us, it's the first time here, so thanks for the welcoming and for the nice environment that we've already been enjoying over here. So I have with me a big cast of actors and entrepreneurs and very knowledgeable and interesting and innovative people with me. And we'll be listening a little bit today about what their innovations are, what their bio-based products and solutions are, what their ideas and experiences across 5 different regions in Europe have been so far in pushing their products to the market. My name is Gerardo Ansaldúa. I work at Ecologic Institute in Berlin, and I will be moderating or trying to moderate the session. So please, you're very welcome to participate with us. We have a bit of an interactive sort of, or very active session prepared for you today. So please feel free to raise your hand at any point and ask any questions, either directly to the innovators or to myself if it has to do with the project overall. So let's kick it off. I'm going to give you a very quick introduction to the project itself. The Scale Up project, it's a large EU-funded corporate CSA. It's a research and innovation project, part of the Horizon Europe program. We have been working already for almost 3 years, or a bit more than 2 years on this program, and we're very happy to have the interaction with the regions across Europe to trying to develop their communities in terms of interacting across bio-based solutions, bio-based innovation, and how to, as I said earlier, bring those products to the market. We are a lot about really building community, building capacity, spreading the knowledge that, that is embedded across Europe on nutrient recycling, on biomass management, on the generation of new ideas, and on really bringing collaboration across the different regions of Europe. As I said, this is where we are. This is not where the full consortium is based, but these are our main regions of operation within the community. So we're in northern Sweden, we are in Masovia in Poland, we are in North Macedonia as well, we are in the south of Spain in Andalusia. We are here in the Atlantic arc of the French country. And what am I missing? I think I did all of them already. Yeah, and that's basically us as a project. I don't want to steal too much of the time. Right now, the real highlight is our colleagues here that are really on the ground and really putting up their solutions on the table for you to then come to know them. And yeah, basically pick their brains on whatever it is that their experience is in bringing their products to market. So let's go right into it. We'll have some presentations in French and some in English. So let's start off with Sophie Rabot. Sophie, please. Just a very quick reminder. So you have, this is the information that you have to share with us. 1 quick minute on who you are, what your company is, what the solution is about. 1 minute for the value proposition and what your main target customers are, and then below another minute for what your plans on commercialization and exploitation are for the next 2 years. That's a little bit the structure, and then we'll have for each of you 2 minutes for questions from the audience and from Tatiana as well. So,
donc bonjour, je suis Sophie Rabot, je travaille à la Chambre d'agriculture et je représente aujourd'hui le projet L'Atelier du biosourcé. C'est un projet, c'est une innovation organisationnelle, ce n'est pas une innovation de produit. Elle est portée par 2 architectes, Grégory Roch et Monsieur Duchesne, qui veulent développer l'utilisation du biosourcé pour les artisans et pour la construction. On est sur un niveau très bas, puisqu'aujourd'hui on est sur l'idée de monter cette organisation. L'idée, c'est de mettre en commun et donc de créer une coopérative d'artisans qui travailleraient ensemble et qui partageraient du matériel sur un mode, dans le monde agricole, des CUMA, qui est un mode de coopération, de prêt de matériel et d'entraide. L'idée derrière cet atelier du biosourcé, c'est de mettre ensemble, travailler ensemble des personnes qui ont des valeurs communes. C'est vraiment le socle de cet atelier, avec l'idée de travailler, la volonté de travailler en collectif, en circuit court, avec une notion de vertueux et bien évidemment bas carbone. Derrière cet atelier, on peut avoir aussi bien des artisans, des agriculteurs, des employés, des bailleurs sociaux. Et on a imaginé 4 grandes actions dans cet atelier du biosourcé. Pour le moment, c'est optimiser le sourçage de la biomasse, comme le chanvre, le lin, la paille, mais le bois aussi. De pouvoir faire du pré-d'équipement, puisque quand on va utiliser des matériaux biosourcés et faire des murs en paille, on a besoin de transport, de grues élévatrices, de matériel très spécifique, d'espace pour monter les murs en préfabriqué. Et donc, c'est mettre en commun ces besoins, parce que souvent, ces outils ne sont pas utilisés tout au long de l'année, mais sont utilisés sur des périodes courtes au moment des chantiers des artisans. Mettre en place aussi une ligne de production, par exemple de préfabrication de murs en paille, et puis de faire force, de créer un collectif entrepreneurial qui va pouvoir répondre à des appels d'offres beaucoup plus importants que ce que pourrait faire un artisan seul. Aujourd'hui, on a 2 porteurs de projets qui ont eu l'idée. Leur cible, c'est travailler avec eux d'autres artisans, mais n'importe quel acteur du secteur de la construction, et même, pourquoi pas, des agriculteurs pour faciliter l'approvisionnement. L'idée, c'est vraiment aujourd'hui de motiver des artisans pour rejoindre ça, puisque pour pouvoir créer ce collectif, il faut des hommes derrière qui aient envie de travailler en collectif. C'est pour ça que la première chose aujourd'hui, c'est d'investiguer, d'aller voir les autres artisans et de les sonder pour savoir qui sont prêts à joindre ce groupement pour pouvoir monter derrière des statuts et pouvoir travailler ensemble.
Hey, okay. Thank you very much, Sophie. Right on time. Thank you for sticking to it. Any quick questions from the audience? France, please.
In French, please.
Hello. The question is, I was surprised to see the low TRL level. It is 3 to 4. But I would expect that this kind of technology would be already quite well developed.
In fact, I made the choice to. I don't think I have to speak in French or in English with this micro. Okay, thank you. In fact, it doesn't work. Yeah, it's work. In fact, I made the choice of the TRL. All the tools are ready and are ready to go. But putting people in this organization, we are really low TRL. I only have 2 people inside the motivation. I will go on higher TRL when I will have more people. It's really hard to put on TRL an organizational innovation because everything is here. We just have to put the building blocks together. But it's on your choice. If you rather like, can put it in 5 or 6.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the question. We'll move on to the next one now. So all the way from Poland, we have the biocircular apple farm, which will be presented by Monica. And off you go. Ready with the time?
Good morning. My name is Monika Bankiewicz. I'm owner apples farm and producing natural juice. My family has been producing apples for 100 years. Today, Katarzyna will be presenting my innovation. Please, Katarzyna.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Katarzyna, and we will be sharing the outcomes and lessons learned from the working together on a biocircular apple farm with Monica and her family. Before we start, it is also important to mention that they both have been awarded by the most prestigious award that is called Agro League. awards, and this is the highest recognition that farmers can be entitled in Poland due to their excellence and perfection. So being so innovative always, Monica has been working on boosting biocircular apple farm, which is very interdisciplinary space for co-creation, for experimentation, for closing the loop in her own apple farm, and also boosts social and ecological innovations which are inspired by apples that she has here. So the idea here is just to serve as a demonstration site for different and also testing ground for exploring and co-designing new methods and practices that can be used, and also serve as inspirations for local communities, but also for regional actors, for other educational institutions, as well as building linkages with local authorities and also other non-governmental institutions to create social awareness, to create new technological innovations, and also to facilitate knowledge exchange. So the most important target groups are NGOs, educational institutions, and also organized groups that will be visiting the apple farm. And we are now working on doing some pilots, small-scale pilots, as well as identifying some regional funding, so we can put in practice and in tangible way all the activities that we have foreseen. So the idea, our expected impact is that this apple biocircular farm will serve as a test ground for new collaboration, business, and social opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Monica and Katarzyna. Excellent presentation and right on time as well. Thank you. We see some. Okay. We've started off with the two social innovations, or mainly social innovations, that we have in the project, which is probably a bit farther away from what most of the audience would be used to, but hopefully quite interesting as well. So these are elements or innovations that have a level of complexity in another side of the coin, which is really bringing people together and really building from the community and from the networks that are embedded at the local and regional level to really implement bioeconomic concepts in a way that really contributes to the local development. So that's hopefully really interesting as well. Do we have any questions from the audience for Katarzyna or Monica? If that's not the case, Tatiana Batas is with us today as well. She's part of the advisory board of Scale Up, and she has some questions prepared as well for the innovators.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you for a great presentation. Just a quick question, how much farmers are interested in your initiative? It's totally clear that it is a kind of social innovation. You want to motivate NGO and wider society, but what about, let's say, business? Not necessarily farmers, but those included in food chain.
So basically, Monica and her family is very well anchored in the local communities. She's part of different networks, both local action groups, which gathers regional authorities, which gathers other companies, as well as research and education organizations. And more at regional level, she is also part of advisory boards of other management in Chamber of Commerces and all the bodies that she can just also engage in her activities, apart from her internet activities, and also the outreach that she has via her social media.
Thank you. So you are working on switching, let's say, demo plant to real business one day?
Indeed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. So we'll be moving now from the more social innovations in our project to the technical ones. So now we're going to the south of Spain, Andalusia, with Jose, who is manager of Biolisa, working on biochar development there. And then, Jose, I'll let you take a go at it.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the project, Scale Up project, and the Andalusian Technology Corporation for inviting Biolisa and me to participate in this important event. And I would like to introduce Andalusia is a region with a very high potential of biomass, basically from the olive oil industry, which produce a lot of kind of biomass. For instance, olive pits, olive pommes, wood for the olive pruning, and we try to transform all biomass in high-value products. One of them is biochar, for instance. We have an important company, a Spanish company from Andalusia, which produces biochar from the olive pool or from the olive pit. We consider that this is very important for the local economy because we can diversify the activity linking to the agricultural production. Bioliza is a spin-off of the University of Jaén. Jaén is located in the south of Andalusia, and we try to convince the society, the producer, the farmer, the industry in introducing new technology to generate high-add value products, bioenergy, bioproduct, biomaterial, etc. Okay. Our priority is to produce, to promote a circular economy, which permit to introduce the biochar or the bioenergy or the renewable gas as biomethane, an instant, in the industry to reduce CO2 emission. And we have convinced that our region has a very important potential for the circular economy in Spain and in Europe. Okay, if you could next slide, please. I will show you some pictures related to our product. The first is biochar from olive pits. The picture on the left, it's very, very good products which contain more than 90% of carbon. And very interesting property as a fuel, as a fertilizer, for the increase the humidity on the soil, etc. The second corresponds to dry olive pommes, pelletized to obtain, for instance, syngas from gasification, or to generate thermal or electrical energy, or to transform in biochar too. The next one is biochar from dry olive pommes. Is the biochar obtained is the raw material is on the left, and we can obtain biochar. Is an example, Carboliva is a company who is with us in the event, and the last one is biochar from utilisent. No? All of them obtaining from our olive industry. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jose. Really interesting. So I said more on the technical end now. Any questions from the audience to Jose? Tatiana. Oh. France.
I very much like the concept of these intermediate fuels, intermediate biofuels, because they are uniform, they can be applied for several routes. And the question I have is, what is the production capacity that you have already or that you want to have? La capacidad de producción, señor.
It is from the point of view of capacity of generating biomass from the olive oil industry, a lot of, for instance, in our province, the Andalusia region has 8 provinces. Jaén is one of the 8 provinces. We have 600,000 hectares of olive tree. 600,000 hectares of olive tree. We have more than 300 olive mill industry, which produce olive pits, wet olive pommes, etc. And we have a secondary industry dedicated to manage the byproduct from the olive oil industry. We have an economy based on olive. The olive growth is more than economy activity; it's a social activity in our region. So, related to your question, the potential of generate biomass, biofuel, byproduct, or biomaterial is very, very important. And now we are only beginning. we think that the potential of Andalusia region for generated byproduct, by material, or by fuel in the field of circular economy is very important, very, very important. Then you could you send some information about number of hectares, number of industry, capacity of production, etc. But it's very important, of course. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jose. Then let's move on now to Fran from Andaltech, who will be telling us a little bit about Comp Olive.
Yeah, thank you for your attention. Andaltech is a research institute located in the south of Spain, which take part in a live project called Comp Olive. And after the carry out this project, we decided to try to set up a new startup company in order to commercialize, to produce and commercialize the product we got in this project. The main institute that that can carry out this startup company is the institute, Andaltech, University of Jaén. They decided to start up a new company called Compolife. Our business model is quite clear. It's to produce sustainable material based on the biomass of the olive tree resulted from the pruning task of the olive trees. The kind of material we want to produce is based on polymers, biocomposite, polymer biocomposite. At first stage, we want to use recycled polymers to combine with biomass, to be more precise, fibers obtained from the olive tree pruning in order to obtain biocomposite with better properties, in order to manufacture finally with this resulting material, automotive part, furniture part, whatever kind of component you can imagine made of plastic. In this case, this is a part of the formandeo that contains more than 40% of fiber resulting from the biomass. What we do is treat the biomass in order to obtain treated fiber that can be linked chemically with the polymer matrix in order to improve the properties of the final material. For example, this material presents 3 times the mechanical property of the polymer matrix. Okay? At the second stage, we want to produce also the polymer matrix, but this was not the framework of the Compolite project. The target group is automotive sector, of course, furniture sector, and whatever sector which need more sustainable material to improve the sector. Okay? Our long-term priority is to develop to carry out R&D in order to create polymer materials, polymer matrix, and apart from the fiber that we can create right now. Okay? The exploitation and expected impact, you can imagine, our region, as Jose Antonio said before, is mainly focused in this kind of industry, and you can imagine the kind of impact that we can have if we give to the farmers another alternative business model apart from the olive oil. In order you can have some numbers, if we can transform all the olive tree pruning into polymer matrix, we can meet all the demand of Europe in terms of plastic. And you can imagine the kind of quantity we have in terms of biomass.
Thank you very much.
You can move the next slide. You can maybe check some the polymer pellets we use to produce the plastic part, and some product we produce during the framework of the Life Compolite project for the automotive sector, furniture sector, and some other products.
Thank you very much, Fran, for sharing. Yes. A very inspiring story coming from a live project and really finding its way into the market already. So, Tatiana, would you like to ask a question to Fran?
Yes, I also just can agree that is a great example of implementation in the real industry. But one question from my side related to supply chain. Do you have a more defined plan how you would secure consistency and quality in input materials in short supply chain operational process?
Of course, we took into account that because it's quite important, and we are carrying on right now two main actions. The first action is study the logistics because this is quite important to study the logistics, and the Scale-up project is helping us to carry on a deep study about how to manage the logistics mainly in our province and in the south of Spain, in order to pick up all the biomass and how to manage this to transform that into plastic parts. And the second part is to carry out a business plan for the company. We were supported by Green Assist for the it's a specific organization in the Commission that help startups to carry out a business plan. We were working during the last year with them, and we are very happy because finally we have a business plan ready to start working following this business plan.
Thank you very much. As I see, it is additional business plan for your suppliers. You know, one plan is your production, your innovative ideas, but another part is to really have a developed business model for all farmers.
Yeah, of course.
From whom you want to collect this raw material. Thank you. Thank you. Very good.
Thank you very much. So exciting opportunities there opening in the horizon. And as we've discussed these days, really a lot of options, a lot of pathways to follow with what can be done. There'll be a chance, we're actually doing very well on time, which is, I'm surprised. So there'll be a bit more chance for other questions after we have the last speech from Oriane, our also local innovator from the region here in France. So Oriane, please tell us about Copano.
Bonjour à tous. Alors Copano, c'est une jeune entreprise qui est implantée tout près de Nantes, donc oui, effectivement local. On fabrique un panneau isolant en paille. On est soutenu, donc on est en phase de recherche et développement. On est soutenu par la région et par l'ADEME, donc la région Pays de la Loire et l'ADEME. Et on est en lien étroit, en partenaire avec le réseau français de la construction paille. Donc on s'inscrit dans ce réseau qui est implanté nationalement. Et Copano, pour l'instant, on est 2 personnes, Raphaël et moi-même, à gérer le développement de la structure. Et on s'appuie sur des compétences locales. Alors, l'innovation et le produit Copano, en fait, c'est de la paille compressée, cousue, à froid, à sec, sans colle, sans additifs. Du coup, c'est vraiment de la paille cousue. Donc, on est sur un matériau 100% biosourcé. Et ça permet en fait, on a les avantages de la botte de paille dans la construction, mais avec la facilité de mise en œuvre en panneau. Donc, ça fait qu'on vient apporter sur le marché un isolant qui est à base de paille. Donc, c'est d'un coproduit de l'agriculture qui va permettre de diversifier l'activité des agriculteurs. Et en même temps, on ne va pas changer les gestes de l'artisan qui va le mettre en œuvre. Du coup, voilà, c'est un peu ce qu'on amène en plus à la construction paille qui se fait déjà en France par ailleurs. Que vous dire d'autre ? Le projet Copano, du coup, se trouve à la frontière, enfin en tout cas s'appuie sur toutes les compétences et le savoir-faire du monde agricole. C'est une machine en fait qui ressemble en fait et qui est une machine agricole. Donc en fait, il y a la partie fabrication et donc on est très proche et on est en réseau avec nos agriculteurs. Et en même temps, on se met aussi en réseau de l'autre côté avec nos artisans, avec les artisans locaux. C'est avec eux qu'on va monter en compétence sur la construction paille pour massifier en fait l'utilisation de ce matériau dans la construction et la rénovation. Parce qu'il y a un enjeu dans ce secteur très fort à décarboner. Et donc la paille, le panneau a un bilan négatif en carbone. Du coup, voilà. Donc on agit avec les artisans, avec les agriculteurs. Voilà, on a des premiers projets et ce qu'on recherche, on peut travailler autant sur des projets individuels que on cherche des maîtrises d'ouvrage publics, privés, sur des petits projets ou des plus gros. On est en plein développement encore une fois. Copano, on est autant sur le développement de la machine, donc en R&D sur la machine, que aussi en R&D sur le produit. Donc on travaille en ce moment avec les artisans avec les retours, avec les architectes pour savoir comment améliorer le panneau de paille. Voilà, donc on cherche toujours des projets de démonstrateurs. Et une autre chose que je voulais dire dans l'innovation, c'est que le modèle d'essaimage de copanneaux, l'idée, c'est pas de devenir une grosse fabrique. L'idée est plutôt d'essaimer et de pouvoir mettre des petites fabriques qui soient au plus proche de la ressource et au plus proche de l'utilisation. Du coup, il est là aussi la vertu du procédé copanneau. Voilà.
Thank you very much, Oriane. So as you see, an innovation that is technical in its nature, but has a lot of social aspects in it, and part or a large part of the innovation is on that side as well. Any questions from the audience to Oriane? Yes.
Oui, bonjour. Je voulais savoir, en termes d'approvisionnement, est-ce que vous sourcez directement près des agriculteurs ou vous passez par les coopératives? Et de savoir un peu le... Oui, je voulais savoir si vous sourcez directement auprès des agriculteurs ou vous passez par les COP et quel était le prix d'achat de la paille, voilà. Si c'est possible de le dire, mais enfin, est-ce que voilà, est-ce que la question c'est est-ce que ça permet d'augmenter le revenu de l'agriculteur?
On travaille directement avec les agriculteurs. Une année difficile comme cette année. En fait, une de notre éthique, c'est qu'on ne vient pas en concurrence. Pour fabriquer nos panneaux de paille sur le territoire, on ne vient pas en concurrence avec les usages agricoles. Du coup, une année comme cette année qui est difficile, on a des contacts on a tout un réseau en fait d'agriculteurs qu'on connaît qui savent la qualité de paille dont on a besoin, donc ils savent quelles bottes ils nous mettent de côté qui seront intéressantes pour nous. Et quand on s'appelle, s'il y a une année difficile, ils nous disent bah non, mais là on n'aura pas pour copanneau, et du coup c'est nous qui allons chercher plus loin dans un réseau d'agriculteurs qui est aussi pris qui est entretenu avec le collectif Paille armoricain, qui fait le lien. Ce collectif fait le lien entre les agriculteurs et la construction en paille. Voilà. Et alors le prix, il évolue. Je sais que l'année dernière, on était à 110 € la tonne. Du coup, on est plutôt sur, voilà, on cherche pas à baisser le prix de la paille du tout. C'est plutôt effectivement, on est au juste prix, au juste moment. Enfin voilà.
So I'm not going to be able to moderate that because the translation didn't work. So I hope you got it. Thank you very much for the exchange. I encourage you really to find these guys and continue to talk with them because it's really exciting what they have. Sorry? There's another question, yeah. It's really exciting what they're into, and it's really exciting like the opening opportunities that they have in front of them. And they're here to exchange. They're here to look for opportunities of collaboration, of business development. And so really we should use the chance. Good. Any other questions before we move on to the next part of the session? No? Okay. So now I'm going to ask you all, please, to move a little bit to that side. I want to keep you as safe as possible because we're going to have a bit of an adrenaline rush now. We have what you see there on the slide is the conceptual framework that we use in Scale Up in our project as guiding principles, as our guiding light for not only developing our project, but also following the implementation of it. So you can't see this, of course, but you can see that on the slide. These principles, these guiding objectives and principles are based from us looking at what the EU bioeconomy strategy, what the regional strategies, and also what the smart specialization strategies across the region are telling us in terms of what are we going for, what do we want to achieve, what are our aims in following rural development and regional development, but also bioeconomy implementation and development. So that's what we have as guiding principles within Scale Up. And what we've prepared now for this session is we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to have a little bit of adrenaline because we have a few darts. We have a game of darts that we've prepared, and it's not that we actually have a violent relationship with our concepts. That's not the case. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have each of the innovators come over here, and they're gonna shoot at the dartboard here. Whenever or wherever that hits, they're gonna ask the question to the following innovator to ask them, how is it that your innovation contributes to the project achieving one of those specific objectives? So that's what we're gonna do for the next few minutes. Hopefully we can all have a little bit of fun without having to go to the hospital. Yeah, so let's kick it off. Sophie? You can step over here down if you want. Let's see how it goes. So, you have 3 chances. If you don't hit it, just please keep Tatiana safe. You can take another step forward. Okay, okay. It's getting better, it's getting better. Very good. So, Monica, Katarina. Ecosystems. So, nature protection, nature conservation, nature restoration. The question is, you asked the question.
Okay. So, so how's your innovation is contributing to ecosystem development?
In fact, it will help people and craftsmen. I answer in French or in No, it's okay. I will try to explain in English. I can mix everything. In fact, it should help craftsmen to increase the part of bio-based material they use in the building, in the construction of new house, of new building. And it should be a benefit because they can make exchange with some other craftsmen who already did it, and it should be easier for them. So no, it's a ecosystem. It's a social ecosystem. It will help, and it will also help the natural ecosystem by increasing the part of bio-based material in the construction. Are you agree with my
Thank you very much, Sophie. Okay, so Katarzyna, Monica, who wants to take a shot?
Don't kill her, please.
So far, so good. All right. Here you go. Pretty good for the first shot. There you go. Throw another one. Let's see what we get. Yeah, go for it. Very good, Monica. I see, you know, like there's even a style there. So we had ecosystems at the first shot, but like since we got another one now, farm competitiveness. So, Pepe, you can ask the question to the colleagues here.
Yes. Yes, the competitiveness. How? See, how do you the competitiveness? It's linked to your business in the competitiveness of the economy.
So in this case, this apple farm is actually an opportunity for Monica to diversify the activities because so far she has been working on apple production and also on juice production, and the last product was also apple vinegar. So with the scale-up support, it's been also a change of mindset to discover new sources for new developments using the potential that they have at Apple Orchard. For instance, to conduct different social activities, to conduct different environmental activities, testing activities. So this is building absolutely like totally new paths for development and opening up opportunities.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone from the audience who wants to take a shot? No? Okay, then, Pepe? Let's see if you can beat Monica's style. Donde tú quieras. So here we go, the first shot. Ecosystems as well. Double ecosystem, you guys. Very good. So we have resource efficiency now. Let's talk about that. Fran, do you have your microphone?
Yeah.
Yes, so how does...
I would like to ask you, how do you think your idea influence on the resource efficiency, specifically biomass resource efficiency in the south of Spain?
Yeah, well, I think it's very important to our solution based on byproduct as biochar, because it permits to improve the efficiency of the industrial process from waste of a byproduct to obtaining a high value product. So I consider it's very important because they can generate a lot of economy in all of the part of the process.
Thank you very much. So next one up. Fran, here you go. And we're all about ecosystems in scale-up. Small scales, bio-based solutions. Okay. So, Orián, let's go for this one. Small scale bio-based solutions. So what is the contribution from Andaltec, from Compoliv, to, let's say, generating new knowledge, generating new innovation on small scale bio-based solutions?
How you lead this question of knowledge and transfer? What's your system?
Okay, indeed it's quite important because as I previously explained, we need to create a really deep technical knowledge to increase the compatibility between the fibers and the polymer matrix. It's necessary to study this specific case for every material polymer matrix, and it's quite important. We need to test that in the lab, carry out some research to obtain the best solution for every matrix and every product, because we need to meet some property depending on the kind of product we are going to produce. We need to transfer that to the industry in order to create the product and manufacture the product at larger scale production.
I think you're doing that already very well with very concrete implementations, very concrete contributions. So, very good. Orián, you're up. This has gone much better than I thought, so I was already expecting some accidents. There we go. So let's see what we get now. Oh, new one. Food chain, ecosystems, and social inclusion. Very good. So, which one should we take? Yeah? Social inclusion? All right. So, Tatiana, you want to formulate the question?
Yes, I would say that
I
food
have
chain
to.
for this case is not so relevant,
You're
but
right.
Social inclusion, already you explained a lot in your presentation. With this installation material, for sure you have opportunity to make a social impact on people lifestyle, way of living, or changing mindset in using eco-friendly material. So the question would be, how would you plan it to do it in the most efficient way? Maybe. Just briefly.
Bring the change. Yeah. How we
Yeah.
En français, je préfère en français. La question, c'est comment on accompagne le changement pour aller vers ces matériaux. C'est un long travail il faut beaucoup de patience et c'est du temps de formation en fait. C'est du coup Copano, on participe aussi fortement à toutes les démarches de formation. Il s'agit de former les artisans du bâtiment, mais il s'agit aussi de former les architectes, les maîtres d'ouvrage, donc ceux qui construisent nos bâtiments, qu'ils soient publics ou privés. Ouais, je dirais qu'il faut de la patience, de la pugnacité et beaucoup de formation.
Very good. All right. We survived. So a big round of applause because we managed. I'm going to use a chance because we do have the project coordinators here as well. So I will get you on the spot. Let's have one last shot. Tatiana, do you want to take a go at it?
Oh, yes, of course.
And let's then ask a question to the coordinators of the project about social inclusion. That's very good. I think I like that, yes. So, my two colleagues, Holger Gerdes and Zorica Kiresieva, are here as well, who are coordinating the Scale-Up project. I would like to ask you, how is our project contributing to the update of the European bioeconomy strategy on the corner of social inclusion? Have a mic close?
Thanks for the question. It's a good one. I don't know if you know, but actually this year we will have the update of the European bioeconomy strategy, which was adopted in 2012, then updated in 2018. Here, okay. Okay. So I really believe that we can contribute in many different aspects to the update of the bioeconomy strategy, starting with our innovations, where we can provide some very concrete feedback how to scale up innovations, how to support innovators, what they need. And we also have many different activities that were not mentioned today, like knowledge exchange, trainings program, where we also collect feedback from the stakeholders who are working in the field of the bioeconomy at very regional level, and we can bring this knowledge from the stakeholders from different regions to the European Commission and try to support them with the update.
Okay, thanks, Zorica and Gerardo, for the question. I would make a comment on a more general level. I mean, we've heard that most of our innovators actually managed to achieve several objectives, but we've also seen in the project that this is not always possible and that some of the objectives are actually conflicting each other and are not related. So there are trade-offs when you want to achieve a high efficiency in your production, but at the same time, for instance, also achieve certain environmental objectives. And the project is also about the question of how to address these challenges and what to do with the trade-offs on a business development level, but also at a societal level. So the communities that are surrounding our innovators are also in a position to comment on those conflicts and trade-offs, and together, that's at least the ambition of the project, we are supposed to discuss those trade-offs and to come to joint solutions and development pathways for the future. That's my comment for now. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Zorica and Holger. Indeed, this is a very rich project where we have a lot of perspectives, a lot of specific situations in the different regions, a lot of great ideas that have been finding their way to reality, which is really something that we value. In these projects, it's often the case, you know, that we miss that final step towards really reaching something concrete, something that really contributes to society. And here we have, at the very least, you know, 5 stories, plus the ones that we weren't able to join us today from Austria and from North Macedonia and from Sweden, which also have very interesting results and ideas. And I think this is something to continue, really to continue the discussion, to continue the learning and extracting lessons from what we're having here in the project. This will be coming up in a series of policy briefs and a couple of reports that are still coming up towards the end of the project. So we're having our final conference in May in Brussels, and shortly thereafter we'll be finishing up. So keep an eye out for that, because that's coming up and hopefully will be interesting also on that side. And of course on the development, further development of the contributions to policy and to action. So we have a few minutes for some final questions from the audience. If anyone would like to throw a dart at one of the colleagues here. No? Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, Tatiana, is there anything else that you want to add?
Yes, maybe one general questions, and feel free, any of you, to just comment. What do you see as the biggest challenge in order to reach the market? Is it the famous financing sources? Is it machine development as it is? Just, as I said, feel free from anybody to say your opinion or feelings. Thank you.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, okay, in my case, in our case, I will say that the main challenge is to make a good balance between what the market is demanding and what you can produce. Because if you go maybe too much further before the demand comes to you, probably you can make a mistake and bring to the market something that the market doesn't want. I mean, our strategy will be to go step by step in order to produce a little bit of quantity, in order to make sure that the market wants this product. After that, we want to increase our production and open our feasible market in order to grow step by step. Because if we want to produce one product in a really large quantity and realize that the market doesn't want this product, can be fatal. The challenge is to make a good balance between what you want, what you are going to produce, in order to make sure that the market wants this product. This is from my point of view, this is the best challenge.
Thank you. Meaning the balance between what you are producing and what is the market demand, taking in consider that market is shifting very often.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is often something that happens, right? Because of course, developers of new technologies, of new solutions, of new ideas become obviously very passionate about what they're doing. So it's difficult to kind of like move the scope of vision from the desk to the outside to see if what you're really working and developing on is something for which there is a demand outside. And that is crucial to make that transition, to have that vision.
So some people call that fell in love with your idea. It can be risky.
Exactly. Jose.
Yes, in our case, we have two main challenges. The first one is the technology. We need to develop technology, more technology, to close to the market. It's very important to reduce costs. Finally, all the investment must be profitable from the economical point of view. Technology is a very important question. And the second one, from my point of view, is the regulation.
Sorry.
The regulation, the local normativa, the legal question, because it's important to producer, biomass, to industrial sector, to technology, to know how we will be the path they want to keep. It's very important, the regulation. In the case of Spain, for instance, the biochar is a very important product. We know all advantage of this one, but it's very important to the support of the local regulation to improve their penetration on the market.
And interesting and very important, of course, to have a harmonized regulation and efficient.
In Monica's case, the funding is the most important issue, because there is, it needs to start doing even small steps, but concrete, And to implement them, there's a need of financing. Basically, it's about identifying and seizing this year, actually this in upcoming weeks and months, try to prepare a proposal to start implementing some of the activities that has been worked in the support program.
Je vais répondre en français, j'ai le micro français. Ça va être plus simple en plus pour parler de ça. Dans le cas de l'atelier du biosourcé, le plus important et le point qui va être bloquant, ça va vraiment être de sensibiliser, the sensibilization of people about this subject, et de mobiliser, the mobilization of the people, pour qu'elles puissent rejoindre, so they can join this organization and this idea to work all together. Et ça va vraiment être ça, de sensibiliser les acteurs à l'utilisation du biosourcé et à l'intérêt du biosourcé, quel que soit l'usage, que ce soit la plasturgie, les biochars, une innovation organisationnelle ou la construction. Ça va vraiment être de leur montrer quel est l'intérêt pour eux d'aller sur ces sujets-là et donc d'augmenter la demande, to increase the demand of this type of product. So you sensibilize them and you can increase the demand.
Very good, thank you, Sophie. This is very important because it really takes a change of mindset and having the structural conditions to really be able to implement that. It's not an easy challenge, it's a very ambitious one, but we see already here concrete cases that are also relating to each other on how to do that forward, and that's what's really exciting us a lot. So with that, I would like to go to you, Oriane, maybe to close it up, because there's also quite a bit of a possible relation, and already it's building up between the atelier and what Copano does, for example.
Oui, pour Copano, on peut dire, après une première phase de 3 ans de recherche et de développement, où en gros on a fait la preuve du concept, là on se retrouve dans la phase où il faut qu'on fasse le fameux saut d'échelle industriel pour à la fois accompagner la massification de l'utilisation de la paille dans la construction et la rénovation, mais aussi le saut d'échelle parce qu'a priori la demande va augmenter. Donc du coup, nous, il faut qu'on puisse y répondre. Et ça, le challenge, c'est aussi pour nous une question d'équilibre, parce que l'idée est de, du coup, augmenter en puissance, mais tout en restant dans une logique de fabrique locale, low-tech, au plus proche de la ressource et au plus proche du débouché. Donc, du coup, l'idée de Copano, c'est d'essaimer. Et donc, il s'agit en fait de penser un saut d'échelle tout en restant sur un objet, une fabrique, une équipe et tout un modèle économique qui reste à une taille humaine. Voilà. Du coup, j'ai l'impression d'avoir comme un équilibre à trouver entre deux choses qui ne sont pas forcément dans le même sens, quoi. Voilà, je dirais que c'est ça ce qu'on a à relever comme défi avec Copano.
Thank you very much. So no lack of ambition, as you see. And really, what I really like is really the connection that is building up across the regions, within the regions, and really the exchange of ideas. So I would like with that to thank everyone in the audience, but especially you guys here for sharing your experiences, sharing your stories. We are also in the stand G28, so come by. We'll be there the rest of the day, and you will get a chance also to see the samples, but mostly to get a chance to continue the discussion with our colleagues here. Big round of applause for everyone here. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.